Hey there, welcome back, guys. We are live. I hope things were glitching out before, but when that happens, it's good for business. Again, we can say welcome back to everything that glitches. Great, our print is going. I'll let you guys have a peek of that. The Creality High. I was like, no, but so far so good, right? And we're gonna be putting Humpty Dumpty back together again, gluing our print. I'm just gonna move this over here. Welcome back to everything that glitches, because you really cannot make that up. Let me just make sure we have here some audio. Do we have audio? Gonna move this over here. Yay, we've got audio. Happy, 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 happy. All right. That kind of makes me wonder, was the other stream working? So we'll know if we're gonna delete that or not. So knowing that, let's see what we have. I'm gonna go to my channel. Yeah, Swedish Forge knows what I'm talking about when the shit don't work and don't work. But hopefully there was sound on the previous streams. If there wasn't, I'm just going to steal the thumbnail and delete it. I'm just going to go to live. I'll let you guys come along for the ride. And here we are here. So the last stream would have been this one, the little Donkey Kong thing. If it lets me click it. Of course, the ads will give us sound. But what about me? And skip it, and then I'll take it here. Oh, nice. Okay, so we could leave that one up so we can steal the thumbnail, but we can, you know, make one later with AI. Knowing that and moving forward, see what we have here. Nice, we can close that one, and we can pop this out, do a pop-out chat, so we can see who's here, and then go back to that. We got somewhat of a thumbnail, but I have no idea what the hell that is, but I'll just take it. Oh, you know what? Did we make a nice thumbnail for it? I have one. Let's go here to make it like enticing. Let's go to the channel. Activate the cursor. Cursor Pro. There it is right there. We're gonna, hopefully it lets us without crashing us. Because sometimes when you edit on the live stream that's actually being pushed, things will just go kaput. Alright? And then we'll go here. We're in downloads. I remember some really cool, strange, surreal. We could use the Spider-Man. Surreal one. We have. I think it was a black and white. There we go. I will use that one. Looks kind of weird. Silent Village. I don't even know why I did that. Oh, here, right here. Waiting for your call. That one kind of looks cool. All right. And we'll just save it. I don't know. Anyway, we go here. So now, for those of you who are wondering, we already started to print. So we got the area cleaned up around here next to us. So we're just gonna go get the Donkey Kong, glue them together, get everything ready, so we're not wasting Swedish Forge's time, and he can guide us through the process and see what on how to use this spray gun. Customization clips. All right, so there we go there. And now we can close it. Go back to the channel again. This is all. Normally you'd be watching an intro while this was happening. And go here, press it. Go over here. And do a pop out. Make sure the audio's off here, so if you open it again, it's not playing for the other folks. And we can close this. I'm not really a metrics person, so it's not gonna matter. Alright, so let's get the Donkey Kong. See, this is what was happening with my printer yesterday. Oh, bummer. Everything was glitching out. When that happens, it's good for business. We can say, welcome back to everything that glitches. Me stuff. So the printer wasn't working out yesterday. It was clogging. The Swedish Forge was clogging too, so I took his advice when he shared with us. That big one. Big glob. Thankfully, I was here. I took a siesta and came back, and this was happening. I was like, no. So I cleaned off the nozzle. I ordered a new one. I'm not, even though I love making videos on things I have trouble with, honestly, I'm not looking forward to doing the nozzle. I mean, the video will be fun, but honestly, I'm not looking forward. Oh no. Did I not print his arms? Bummer. It's okay. We have someone else we can paint. It should have had arms. I was like, it's okay. We'll take them apart and work some other magic. We'll take the supports off. And either way, we have to paint it separately. And that one's going to take a while. We'll take the supports off here. We'll want to prime him. Do that. So yeah, this was a bummer. A nightmare. But you'll see a video. You'll know when it's done. And I'm not, like I said, the printer's working. So if the parts do come and I'm not having any trouble with the printer, it's just going to be there on standby. Because you guys know who have 3D printers know that it's a nightmare. The whole changing the nozzle, having it recalibrate and all that other fun stuff. And then getting your printer to work the way it did. This looks like an arm that could be used for Donkey Kong. But no, this week's been a nightmare with the printer too. But I cleaned it up, I heated it up, I used a tweezers. I heat up the nozzle, clean out all the goop that was in there, used rubbing alcohol, and so far so good. But its days are numbered. Remember, we've had this for over a year, so it is possible that let's see, the print nozzles, its days are numbered, and there is a life expectancy on these things when it comes to the hours, the prints. But the key is having those extra parts on standby so that you can make the magic happen. We might be able to, actually, which isn't a bad idea, since we have the printer going, we could always send it to the Creality High, right? The Creality High is working out for us. Let's see, which isn't a bad idea. That just means we have to open up the, oh no, we can't, because I forget what size this is, to be honest with you. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's see what we got. Samsung Me. How much time is left on this print? But even if we have time on this print, the Creality High is going to take forever. But let's see how much time is left. Where are we? Creality High. So I'm going to put this back. Not that anything will become spitting out, but it'll be really cool to start painting and using the airbrush. We can use this guy right there. Sweet. The Creality High logo. Like what color are we gonna paint him? I don't know. We gotta get the supports off there. Alright, so because Donkey Kong, I think it was 50% or 55%. I'd have to go back and watch and see, but we're not going to waste our time with it. We'll just print it again when it's ready. Oops. And I closed it and I opened it to see how much time is left. That was a rough night last night. So if we go to device details, we have exactly, oh wow, an hour and 7 minutes, and it's only at 8% of 45. See, and time completion 8 minutes, and it says right here an hour and 30 minutes is how long it's going to take. All right, it is what it is, but that's all right. We make these videos so you don't have to, and plus we really want to use the air gun. So we'll just leave that there, let it work its magic, and start with this first, right? Samsung Me stuff. We'll just carefully, right? I can't express, but we don't want to break his tie, right? And we're using the Swedish forge technique. I think, yeah, it is, because this came from the printer. If you knew, like, what percentage you printed this at, you could just print it from another printer, like we have back there. But since I don't remember what it was, it'd just be a waste of time. Maybe it was, if it was 50% and you printed at 55, then you pretty much, it's not going. His arms aren't going to fit. And then we didn't save the file. Careful, we don't want to break his tie. But these supports come off beautifully thanks to Swedish Forge. And we just gotta watch his tie. This is where that razor would come in handy that's being sent to us. But I haven't received it yet. It's coming from abroad, meaning overseas. But I would definitely print this again to do a sample. But then we'll just see. Well, my pliers, usually everything snaps. You hear that clip, but I'm not hearing any clip nowadays. So it's possible that these pliers, cutters, you know, I'll need a new one. But as you can see, everything's coming right off. I'm doing it slowly because I do not want to break his tie. But if we cut it right, see, it just comes right off. Boom. It comes right off. See? That's the Swedish Forge technique. But because we have his tie there and we ripped it off the last time, I'm being really careful. It'd be nice to see if that blade comes. I'm going to definitely print two versions of this. One where I use this, and then another one where I use, well, you know, the tool that's being sent to us. See, that's when we know it's somewhat working. When we hear that pop. See? And I'm doing it carefully because the tie is in there. I don't want to mess it up. Oh, see? But the tie, everything's sticking to the tie. Oh yeah, and if his tie comes off, you can always glue it, but I'm careful. I cut it the last time, like right there. I'm like, no, that's his tie. And then basically this looks like one big clog, but it's not. This is the challenge when it comes to printing the miniatures too, the Warhammers. They have so many accessories that when you go to take off the supports, you tend to lose a gun or like armor. It's hard to see, and I don't want to break the tie. Sever old ties. Right, literally. With 3D printing. Hey, YouTube, I see a lot of doom and gloom happening. Apparently there's like some issues with the watch hours and things like that. Thankfully I don't follow those metrics because my channel is based on people sending me stuff. I'd be more worried about, I mean, I don't know, because I don't even reach the numbers anyway, right? My channel is based on collaborations from people sending stuff. But a lot of people are shitting bricks because YouTube put everybody on the platform on a PIP program, a performance improvement, something, I forget what it stands for, performance improvement program. And if you don't make the numbers, you become demonetized. It's really weird. I don't know why they're doing that. Basically, they want everyone to have a sedentary lifestyle on YouTube, to sit and watch. It sucks though. For me, I get my views from the product. You know, they send me a product. They're like, "Hi, we like your." You see the emails. We like your channel. We want to send you this. Me, I gotta worry about if the link they sent me is spam, or they're trying to hack me. And then I turn it into shorts, so I'm lucky that way. Because look, my original videos, I'd be demonetized a long time ago if I didn't start making shorts. And because I do, that's the only thing that, you know, brings in a little bit. But what I do is I get the stuff from the company and then I just sell it, you know. Make money on doing a garage sale, but it's not, you know. See what we have there. But Yeah, I just worry like that. I'm like, oh no, I had a dry spell. No one's sending anything anymore. Looks like it's over, and the next thing you know, I get flooded the following week with so many emails. Like, hi, we want you to feature this. And then it's a combination of all their videos converted into shorts that give me the views. But I already cashed out on the product review. But it just sucks, you know, like, and I tell them that when they send me stuff. I'm like, hey, your long form content, excuse me, isn't going to get the views. It's going to be in the shorts. So that one video that got 24 views, I can guarantee that you'll get about 10,000 exposure. And then the only problem with that is that I have to hope and pray they don't ask me to, because we usually get like 40 or 50 shorts from the long form. So I hope and pray that they don't ask me to put a link in each of those videos, right? So for them it's more of the exposure. Because you imagine I have to click, it's enough I gotta freaking open up each of those videos and open this clip to make sure they're aligned properly, let alone put a freaking link in them. I'm happy that they're happy with it, and plus they use it there anyway. They take the video. Like, the only other issue I have is like, can you send it to us? Because I use it abroad. You know, I'm like the David Hasselhoff. Like, he's a big superstar abroad, but when he's here, he's like, who the fuck is David Hasselhoff? He's like so cheesy. So I just have to worry about, you know, and they use it for the marketing overseas. So this is good right here, like that. And then we take off his head. We'll glue it. We'll use Gorilla Glue. He just won't have any arms or hands, but that's okay because we'll print those. And, you know, sometimes you don't, you know, think of it as a novella. This is our soap opera to be continued. Like, you don't have to, you know, when you 3D print, it takes a couple days to make the magic happen, right? So, you know, you print a little bit today, and we'll be back next week with Donkey Kong, and he'll have arms. You know, a lot of my videos, I tend to run the stream until the end, like, it ain't over till it's over. But that's, you know, you don't have to. I just do it for entertainment purposes, and so that next week this area is clean, because as you can see, I got so many products I have to, you know, and they don't like they say, keep the area clean and only show our product only. So I have to get this out, even put this on the side. So I guarantee them this real estate. I say, okay, I can't get rid of everything, but I can give you the space right here. And they're like, okay. They said, please only show our product, showcase. I guess because it's distracting, you know, maybe because some people are like, oh, look, in the video it came with that. I'm like, no, it didn't. That was just my workspace. That's why they don't want the that's really the viewers to get confused, which is normal. I don't mind that. So here's Donkey Kong, or quadriplegic Kong. So the only thing you have to be careful for is with the Gorilla Glue. It's like dangerous. It's water activated, but it just overflows sometimes. Like if you put a little bit, it sort of works like foam. It starts to seep out a little bit, which is fine. You know, you learn by using it, but just don't get it on your hands because it does take a little bit of time. So we're going to glue Donkey Kong, and then we're going to get our paints ready, and then we're going to call Swedish Forge because he is going to help us, hopefully, because we were supposed to start at 10 o'clock. 10, but the show, there was no audio. I wouldn't, even if we did, I wouldn't be able to hear the comments because there was no audio. There was no sound. There we go. Ideally, you just want to pick up the pieces, and this painter tape comes in handy. See? Now we have the area cleaned off. I'm going to leave these supports though, so that people, when we do FPV next week, people can see how it was printed. So for this is the one we're going to spray paint. See if we can get some different colors on. Here's Donkey Kong. See, we did the tie. I guess it was meant to be, because he lost his tie and it wouldn't have looked the same. So I'm going to get the Gorilla Glue and a little bit of water. So here's the Gorilla Glue. It's water activated, so you don't have to worry about, you know, it spilling that way in the container. One moment, please. Sweet. Now I don't have to go upstairs because we got that. Alright. Sweet. So you just need a little bit of water, a little bit of glue, and maybe a piece of paper, so you don't ruin your stuff. Alright. Maybe a Q-tip or whatever you need, so that you can spread it a little bit. Remember, all it takes is a little, right? Because it's like works a little bit like foam, where it just starts to spread everywhere, and I don't think you'll be able to get this off with your sander. So the trickiest part is just leave everything so it's self-contained, but this stuff is magical because it just works, you know. It really does. So what we can do is just take a little drop, that's it. Remember, this stuff is dangerous, dangerously strong. And then you take a little bit of water, mix it in. As it starts to do that and that. Don't reuse this water in your paint. You can put that in there, but because you'll ruin your brushes. And then we'll do that. And just a little drop. See? A little bit of water. Or even don't even do a drop. Just wet the Q-tip, right? Because the Q-tip will be moist. But just watch out with the Q-tip, because it'll exfoliate, and you don't want those little hairs sticking out from, you know, the seams. And now we'll hold it like that. This may or may not work, because sometimes the holes might not be aligned, but either way he has to. No, you see, I can tell it's not going to work. See. So what we do is this. Yeah, sometimes they just don't meet up. They don't meet up halfway. So what you can do is put it in there, so we know we have enough. That's definitely enough, right? Wet the tip, spread it. See, I'm nervous using it. I'm not like, I didn't even wet it. Because it really is water activated. This works better, honestly, than the super glue. But you just have to get it right. I would experiment with the Gorilla Glue so you can see how much is too much, how much is too little on a 3D print or anything. So you can see how it expands and then it starts to like work like foam. So we'll leave this like this. And you can see through the seams that they're not meeting up, which is why you use your dry decks. But in some parts it's meeting up, so you probably go heavily on the areas that, you know, see it moved. Let's see what it says though. It says, no, I'm just kidding. Lightly dampen one surface with water. Do not add water to bottle because that will ruin everything. Spread a thin layer of Gorilla Glue on the other surface. Okay. Clamp objects together for 1 to 2 hours. You can use heavy objects. No, I'm not going to stay like this for 1 to 2 hours. I don't have that much time. That's okay. We'll leave it. So that's the how it works. See, usually it works really fast in the whenever I use it outside, but as you can see, the holes are not matching up. It's just not there's just so much space, you know. One side, that might be a little bit too much. That's okay, we can always sand it out, like if it starts to foam at the seams. That's what you don't want, you know. And then we can put water here. See, that's what you don't want either, that exfoliage from the Q-tip. And we could always snip it off, to be honest with you, you know, so it would be, but that's alright. You know, like the excess of the Q-tip stranglers, whatever they're called. So now it should work. This is how I used to put hooks on the walls when those Glad plug-in strips don't work. So now I think it can hold its own. The only downside is, so in a way it's good we don't have hands anyway, because we wouldn't be able to do it all in one video, because his arms would probably just fall right off, because we have to let this sit for 1 to 2 hours. It's up and it moved. No. See, it's moving. But I think, I don't know, if we put him somewhere here and don't move anything, make sure that wherever you put him, that you're okay with him being, because we don't want him to tip over and then you're putting Humpty Dumpty back together again. Alright, sweet. So now this is the one we're going to print. That's probably why super glue is faster. But for this, I would probably put the glue here, around there, and then wet around the seams. But as you can see, it might be too top heavy, and then the head will come rolling off. So we need to make sure that that's secure. I'm going to give it like 10-15 minutes, to be honest with you. Alexa, because I've seen it work outside, but you probably want 2 hours to get the full bond. Do not microwave. They should just say do not use for TikTok challenge. You know, don't say don't eat, don't drink, don't do whatever. Don't use on TikTok. This is not TikTok material. Alright, so now we have our airbrush. Right, well, Donkey Kong's doing that. And this is the thing, sometimes you're going to have like 2 or 3 prints happening in the background. Like you have one printing now for a fidget, we have this guy, and then we have this one we're going to paint, and we got this one we glue. So you can overlap them, because sometimes, as you can see, even if we had everything, all our ducks in a row, that one we wouldn't be able to glue until next time, because it's a 1 to 2 hour wait. Unless you had that said clamps. Use clamps. But it takes honestly 10 to 15 minutes, because I use this on the wall. If you saw that video where I was fixing something, the hole in my wall, and within 10 to 15 minutes that thing I had to repaint everything because it started coming out at the seams. Alright, so we have here, it's ready to go. We're just going to choose a color, get the paints ready, and then we'll make our call and hopefully it picks up. If not, we'll just guess, because remember, he has a life too. But the question is, what color? So we could leave this part like that. I kind of like that white. But as for what color we're going to paint him, we already have one yellow here on here on a little stand. But what color would a spaceman be? Purple, blue, green. Oh, a green spaceman, right? The paper. What color is the astronaut suit, though? Definitely not black. Blue. And you got to know what colors you're going to be throwing into the airbrush. Gosh, this is a tough one. You know what? We'll do it bright, so we could see if we can redo the heart on Valentine's Day when the time comes. We actually have one right here. That'll be interesting to see if we can, how many layers it would take to fix that. Oh shit. The hell is that? I thought it was like a spider on my leg. Wow, the good thing it didn't bite me. Wow, that's crazy, man. That means I gotta spray. Need to bomb the place. Yeah, I think the red is nice. It was like so huge. Might have been under the chair. Well, anyway, I just stepped on it. Let's see what we got. Let's look at it under the microscope. Some people are like, oh no, it's just... Oh wow, it's still moving too. Hold on. It looks like a brown recluse. Those will leave a hole in you. Oh yeah, it's still moving, see? Look at that! Welcome to Science 101. Little did we know the life was of a spider. Make sure there's nothing on my leg. Yeah, this one would... I was bitten by one of these ones. And when they bite you, it eats up your skin. It leaves like an infection. The Black Widow, we have those here too, but I've never been bitten by one of those. Although maybe, I may have, but didn't know it. Let's see if we can have a look at this guy under the microscope. It's still moving. Yeah, so careful with the spiders. I just need to spray, and looks like, yeah, I need more glue traps. Usually they get caught in the glue traps. So this one's going to be tricky because we usually don't have moving parts under the microscope. And we're like, stand still. Okay, go here, turn it on. There we are. And let's see. Go to Samsung Me. And then we'll go here. File. Not file. I think it's called Camera View. Quick Cam. Where are we? Don't leave us, spider. There it is, quick cam. There's me. Now I can switch the camera to the source. Where is the source? Select source, WTMB. There we go. Yay! Let's see. Oh. Make that like that. Make it clearer. There we go. Now, yay! What? Almost. I can somehow align it. Oh wow, it's moving. Probably the light's bothering it. Wait. There we go. Now I can just... Oh wow. Holy crap. Look at that. It's like the light. You're bothering me, man. This thing, if this thing bit you, you wind up with an infection. So for those who are like, oh no, how could you do that? You killed the spider. Yeah, my insurance. Wow. This is something one of my kids would do. Ivy loves playing with bugs. Now I see where she gets it from. But yeah. Wow. It's amazing how I stepped on it and didn't really do justice. Somewhat. Look at the eyes, though. Can't 3D print that. Hardest part is like, it's like up is down, left is right. It's getting it. Just wish it had like a little beam so that you could. A little beam. Whoops. Don't watch your fingers. Like, if I can get it centered again, the beam would just show you. There we go. Yay. Alright, that's enough with the spider. Yeah, so that thing just, I felt it on my leg. And I was like, what the hell? And then it was big. It was bigger, but it got crushed a little bit. But as you can see, it's a brown recluse. Oh, whoops. Holy shit. Come back to me. And it's like, oh my god. Yeah, about that. So, don't play with bugs. Because it might come back at you and bite you again. Alright, cool. Oh, what's up? Baluda, 3D printing bug. Yeah, I know. Came for tech, but got biology. Biology instead. I know, right? You can't make this up. I got freaked out. I was like freaking walking all over me. No tech today, but I'll show you what we got for next week because it finished printing. Hold on. I'm just going to put the microscope back, but then we'll give Swedish Forge a call and see if he picks up. So I managed to print the frame for the Pavo Pico, which is great. We have one, which is right here, but I just thought I wanted to mix up the colors a little bit. So we have this, the green, and we'll see how it flies next week. And then the green and the yellow. I'm not crazy about the props only because you know, it gets washed, it gets lost, right? You can't really see it. But that's what I got. I don't have any others, and I'm not gonna buy another set. And now we have a nice little, and the VTX housing from the Wi-Fi unit fits in there. It fits in there, but it's a little bit harder to get out. Might have to take the drone apart again. Hopefully not. So that the VTX cable will, you know, not sure how we're gonna do that. Wrap it around or under and over. It depends because it does need to go, you know, where it does. I know how to make these. I have a video that shows you how to make these cables. Hopefully we don't have to, but it takes like 10 minutes. You just need to make sure everything's lined up correctly. But actually, then you need to make sure that when you put this thing on or in, that the holes are aligned. I guess we'll know in a second, right? Because we need to make sure that the exposure to the housing for the Wi-Fi Access Flying Kit. So that's, I believe, the reset button. And I'm not sure which that one. I think it's on this side. It doesn't matter which side, because we'll know. Actually, we'll know in a second. Because we have one here. Sort of. Oh yeah, there we go. Alright, so this is where it is on that side. So, as long as... Yeah, I don't think so. It may or may not. It's just too... Alright. A little bit of a bummer. I'll probably do that beforehand or live, I'm not sure. It just means I gotta take off the frame to run the wire so that it will... you know, it'll just go right in there. Like that. And good luck doing that when it's on there. Or you could just do this. Plug it in. And then finagle it so that it works. But no, I don't want to do that. I'll just run it under there. Anyway, that's for next week. As you can see, that's going to take some time because we just put it together. I showed you guys how to do this, and now I got to undo it. But at least now you know what to do because, anyway, no need to go there. We already covered that. But that'll save that for next week. Now that we know it works, put that there. And now the object of desire is this one here. We're going to choose our paints, making this color. But before we do that, we're going to call Swedish Forge. Hopefully he picks up, but if not, that's okay because we were late because the stream was not working out. Let's see. So if we can, because we're just going to spray him. If it works, right? This is really cool if it does, because then if you don't like the color, I wonder if I can spray the props, right? Like, it should work. This is what he does when he does the Spider-Man. I'm sure he uses scissors and, you know, cuts it correctly and makes it look like he's wearing a burqa of some sort. See? It's tricky. But we don't... This one, I don't want to bleed or blend because it's too bright. So you definitely want it to be the, you know... Doesn't have to be perfect. Ideally, you want to use scissors and do it correctly, but honestly, I'm more interested. I want to know if this spray gun works. We know it works, but like the Swedish Forge technique. But apparently, you're supposed to put paint thinner in it, and then all that other fun stuff. Actually, let's just get scissors. Okay. So we just need one more for the middle. And then cut that one. And use some of the other ones as spares. Right there. Oh, that's a good one. Looks like a happy face, right? But it's going in the direction we actually want his helmet mask to be covered at the bottom. See? Voila. To some extent. It's okay, we'll let it blend a little bit. And then put maybe one more down there. Hopefully this works. If this works, then we can start painting our 3D prints. Getting the tape on is one thing, but having the full experience so that after it's spray painted, it just looks like, wow, that's so cool. But the only downside to painting it is that, I mean, spray painting or using the airbrush is that cleaning it. He said, oh, you just have to clean it. So that, let's say I wanted to do a different color. So this one's going to be scarlet, or scarlet letter, the one that will sacrifice for the sake of this video. Now let's see if Swedish Forge is there. If it's not, that's okay, we'll wing it. Alright. We will wing it. But we were late. Alright. He's in Europe too. Ziggy, what time is it in Sweden?
It's 5:33 p.m. in Sweden right
Oh, he's probably having dinner. Usually around this time, he's like, I'm going to the store. I'm going to get something to eat. All right, so he's probably busy. We'll try and see what we can do. If he comes on, great. If not, no, he might call. But we're on our own. We're on our own, kid. All right, so we have this here. Who's here? So I heard something. Hello, howdy. Hey, what's up? The Gigalots. That's Swedish Forge's friend, right? Aren't you friends with Swedish Forge? Aren't you guys on the same area? We're gonna try and print. I mean, not print. Try and paint this guy over here. So I'm gonna take that off. And the good thing is this comes with a cord, like a little, like long thingy. Oh, hold on. I don't need that screen. Oh wow, it comes on here on the computer. Oh, but I gotta do it from my phone. Hold on. I can't take it from the computer because it would echo. Hey, what's up, Swedish Forge? Hey, hold on, let me put you on speaker. Oh, there we go. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, nice.
What's up?
So I was wondering if you'd be willing to help us set up our airbrush when it comes to mixing the paint, and hopefully it'll work, and we can do this in one shot, right?
Yeah.
But before...
I'm trying to help you.
Oh, thank you. So I'm going to show you what I have, but first let me get some stuff out of the way. Don't break your stuff. I'm just setting this part up here. Hold on one sec.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put this in, so that we could, there are two sides. Are the same? No, one's different. So one part goes in here. I'm just going to set it up so that it's ready to go. Oh, I guess I could leave the brush connected and just take off the little container thingy. I think. Or is it better to leave it on there? Oh yeah, probably leave it on because otherwise the paint's gonna drip out.
What you doing now?
I have this thing right here.
Yeah, you must refill the air in the can, or
I have to put air in there?
under.
Oh, so what, you have to put air in first before the paint?
The cable.
Okay, oh I see, I'm putting the cable in. Okay. Hold on, let me stuff so that everybody can see. Alright, so we'll put this here for now. Move the paint. Whoops. I don't want it to break or fall. Hold on one second. I'm going to put this down because this could be anywhere. I love the cable part of it. Alright, so now we're just going to put this like that. Oh wow. Now that one's coming off. What? It's like you got to turn it from the bottom. Wait. Oh, I see. Okay, got it. Alright, so now that's on there. And then what? Should I run air through it first, or?
It's working. You can see if they're working.
Okay, I'm gonna see if it's working, like he said. And go here.
I am in the kitchen now. I'm gonna make some dinner.
Oh, okay. See, didn't I tell you guys? He's usually eating dinner around this time. Oh yeah, I feel the air coming out. Okay, it's working. Air's coming out. That's a good sign, right?
And the cup, you must have some paint in it.
Okay, one sec. I want to shut it off. Alright, so but that's the question. How much paint? Because, so put the paint in first or the paint thinner?
Remove the lock.
Remove the lock. This thing right here, just take this off?
Yeah, the red one on the top.
Okay. I took it off. Hold on one second, somebody's here. Hello?
I'm not somebody.
Hello.
My name is Ivy.
Hi, Ivy.
Yes. Do you know if Mom washed my shirts?
What shirt?
Hello from Sweden.
He's from Sweden, Swedish Forge.
Hi.
Hi.
No, I don't know.
I'll just ask Tilly if she'll have.
What? It would be in the dryer.
Oh, so me and Tilly are going into town to get a birthday present.
For who?
Maya.
Oh, nice. All right. You need money or no?
No, we have money.
Okay. All right.
Okay, bye.
All right. Bye. All right. That's cool. All right. So I'm gonna go here. Oh, speaking of, before we put the paint in, so if you look here, he already has primer, like the gray. What color do you think we should paint them? We have the scarlet, but we have other colors to choose from. Like, what does it matter what color the primer is? Depending, like, is it gonna create a different experience if we use this color or that color, or does it matter what color?
If the paint is thick, use some water.
All right, but what about, so color doesn't matter?
No.
Okay, color doesn't matter. All right, so then maybe we'll just stick to what we got, because then we can paint the Valentines if it works. All right, so now I'm gonna shake up my paint. It's a little creamy, so it's not, it's not watered down.
And
Oh wow.
put in some water in the paint.
Okay, so now this is the paint right here.
Yeah.
Is that too much or no?
I don't see it.
Oh, it'll catch up.
I'm gonna see her.
Okay. Oh wait, you're making dinner. That's the thing. Yeah. Don't burn
No
it.
problem.
Okay.
Okay. Have you a small bucket or something so you can put the color in and put some water?
Got it. Okay, let me get a small bucket.
Plastic.
I'll be back. We can't use the other one because it has super glue in it.
Yeah, it is a really thick paint you have.
Oh,
You
it
must,
is, right? It's
put
too.
in water.
Okay. So maybe that's my problem. The paint is just too thick.
Yes.
Okay. So, but is this too much to put in? Like, can I? Is it okay to dilute this, or should I just
Oh, something small you can put the color in.
Oh, so I want to do it in a container first, and then. Got it.
Some water.
Got
Then you put in the color, and after that you put in water.
Got it. Okay. 1 second.
Not in there. No.
What?
Not in there. You have loosed from the air gun.
Oh, just use the cup from the paintbrush.
Yeah. Put it back.
Oh, put the thing from the airbrush back.
Yes.
Okay, I'll put it back. Okay, now what?
How you do it?
Yep, they're putting it back. Yep, I put it back.
No, yeah, that's
I'm gonna get another.
What?
What?
Go into the airbrush gun.
Wait, I couldn't hear you. It broke up.
Yeah, do that.
No, I couldn't hear you. It broke up. What am I supposed to do?
Put the color in there now.
Oh, okay. Put the color in the airbrush thingy. Okay. Are you sure? And that's not too much?
This is really long delay.
Oh, okay. Hold on 1 sec.
You're sitting down now.
Ah, the Gigalots, your friend. He says you need airbrush paint. It's already for airbrush. Oh, so I don't have the correct paint.
No. You must have some small bucket so you can, what do you call it in English?
Mix the paint?
Make the painting, yes.
Got it. Okay, I'll be back. 1 sec. But yeah, your friend Gigalot said you need airbrush paint.
No.
No, you don't. Okay, because the paint we have is acrylic paint.
Yeah, they're working good. But you must mix it with the water so that it's thin. The paint must be thin. You understand what I mean?
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm going to put the paint in here in this little cup and then add water.
Yes.
Okay.
And then take a brush and
mix it.
mix it.
Got it. So here we go. What? Take our brush and mix it.
Have you a small cup? Have you a smaller cup?
No, I don't have a small. Well, I put a little bit in there, so just you know, to help make the magic happen. No, I don't have. I have this cup here, but you can still see because it'll still pour. You know. Oh, I see. Yeah, this is really thick paint. Oh yeah, it is watering down, but interesting. It's looks like it could use more paint. My biggest fear is it being too thick, that it's not going to come through the brush. And what about paint thinner? That's what I really thought we were going to be doing, like using paint thinner instead of water, because this I know how to do. You know?
Can I see the paint?
Yeah.
Are they dripping?
No, it's still too thick. Yeah.
Okay, more water.
That's the trick of knowing like when to stop with the water, because sometimes you put too much water, you know, too little water. Well, let's see if it's dripping.
I have the same color you have.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
Nice. Okay, hold on.
Right. Round.
Oh, the same. Oh, so Swedish Forge has the same brand, Gigalots. So apparently, and this is what he used to paint Spider-Man. So even though Gigalots said we should be using,
but you must do so the paint be thin.
Yeah, it's thin. Like really thin.
Mix it.
Yeah, I think it could use a little more water. But how do you make it so that? Well, I guess you will be our guide. I'm not gonna say anything. I will wait for you.
I use a different brand.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, there was brand Grog.
Grog?
They are from graffiti pens.
Alright, now I think it's watered down a lot. Look at that.
Yeah, are they dripping from the
brush?
The brush?
No,
Yeah.
it's not. It's not dripping from the brush. So it has to drip from the brush? No. That means I need more water?
A little.
Alright. Gosh, I didn't know that was a thing. So once it drips from the brush, you know that it'll go through the airbrush?
Yes.
Got it. Wow, this is like a whole science. Forget about biology and the spiders. What about now?
Take a paper
Uh-huh.
and little color in the airbrush
Oh, look.
and try it.
I think it's ready now. Yeah, sweet. All right. So I can pour it in? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Test. You can test.
I'm going to test it. Sweet. Wow, this is a really tedious process because not only, let's say, we're just using red, right? But But let's say you want to make the Spider-Man blue or this or some the Hulk green. You have to put the right ratio mix of the additional paints needed, right? Like yellow and green, and then water, blue and red, and then water, and then you have to keep doing it until you get it right. And then
Yeah,
what?
but you have a special color for airbrush, yes. That dude in the chat.
Right. But wait, what about the paint thinner? We're not going to use that paint thinner.
Thinner, thinner can you use for if you have Cortex, you must have a Cortex thinner.
So we don't
You
need.
cannot mix it.
Right.
Also one brand. You understand what I mean?
Yeah. So then we're not going to use it.
No.
Okay, I'm going to pour it in. All right. This is the part. This is the reason why I don't use it. Because look, we're using red, and then if I want to use green, then what?
Däremot clean your airbrush gun and start for
Yeah, I know.
beginning.
That's why you need a couple of these, right?
Yeah.
So you can just be ready to go. Because this is not ready. You know, like we're ready. Got this, all this just for red, and then like now I want blue, Superman blue. And then I gotta start over again.
No.
All right. So now we got do it on the paper. We lost you. No. What?
The chat. No. Say hi to Ken.
Oh hey. Oh Ken. Hey, what's up, Ken? Howdy, Picasso. I'm not Picasso. Swedish Forge is Picasso. For those of you who have not seen, here, check this out. I'm gonna show them what you do with your prints. So that.
Have your paper?
I have the paper, so it's on low. Is low okay?
Try it.
All right, let's see. Oh, that's weird. Nothing's coming out. I hear it.
Yeah, you hear me, yeah?
No, I hear the that's not coming out of the brush.
Just kidding. You don't hear me, Louis.
I hear you, man. But wait, it's I'm spraying it. I feel the air. Oh yeah, it's coming out very. No, I don't. Nothing's coming out. Oh yeah, a little bit, very faintly.
Put it higher, not low.
Higher.
Next step.
Okay, hold on. But just so you know, hold on. We're gonna put it higher. Now it's at its highest. Oh yeah. But this is the color we got. Here, I'll spray him. Oh yeah, it's coming out. Oh my god. Look at that. Sweet, but
Yeah.
oh wow. That is so cool. Oh my god, but it's not coming out thick. How do I get it to come out thicker? Or just this is how you want it?
Yeah.
So how many layers will this take?
I don't know.
But for you, when you paint, when you get your Spider-Man blue, and how come it looks like?
I paint Spider-Man 3 times.
Oh, okay, got it. So this is pretty cool because even though in the container, right, it's dark red, but it comes out at such a thin layer, and you can decide how dark you want it by putting more layers, right?
Yeah.
The only issue I'm having with this is that, so maybe this is a nice color. Wow, this is really cool, but this can take
more color and put it in and take the pencil.
right.
And mix it.
Yeah, no, I'd rather not because the paint is so thick. I'd rather do what Gigalot said. Like if we had the right paint, we would just pour right in and not have to worry about getting the right mixture. You know, the right consistency. But this is nice. But I could, oh yeah, I could see if you put the layer on too thick, it starts to drip. Okay.
No. No.
What do you do when that happens?
You know, you are an airbrush master now.
Sort of. Yeah, except his knees. Well, but it does, like You feel the air, but you don't see it until you actually spray it. Is there a way to do it to have it go thicker on there, or no? This is it.
You more you put the button backward, you more paint coming out.
The button in the back?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try that.
Yeah.
We'll try it on the paper. Because it's so light. It looks, you know, like it's going to take freaking 10... Oh, so this one right here, this button right there?
I don't see what you're
Auto
doing
catch
now.
up. You can always spray white, has the base first. Also tape off areas. Great idea, Ken. I'm going to try this one. I'm going to try turning a knob in the back. And... Oh, yeah.
Have you paper?
Yeah, I have the paper. Yeah. It comes out so light, though, because... Let's see how much is in there. Oh, wow. Oh, still a lot in there. Oh, so now I see why it comes with those needles, because... So the front... The one in the back gives you more paint. What does the one in the front do?
Don't touch it.
Don't touch it? Okay. I won't touch it.
They cover your needle.
Ah, okay. Yeah, it's a really tedious process.
So in the chat will that you're gonna check your mail.
The what? Hold on, let me...
Giglo is to mail you.
I'll move this here so because my hand's covering it up. This is nice. This is really nice. So we're definitely gonna take. And then how long should we wait for it to dry?
Take what do you call it in English? Say hairbrush.
Right. Oh, and then if it doesn't move, then you know it's dry. Well, I don't know how they did this back in the day on the trains with the graffiti. This took forever.
But you have not primed it before, so.
No, I primed. Oh, this I primed. Yeah, I primed this.
Have you white paper?
White paper? Okay, I'll do white.
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second. I'll be back. Whoops. Can I put this down like that? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Or do I need a sand to like so that it just is straight?
That's the color.
Okay, hold on. Let me. Whoops. Oh no. Well, we got paint on the floor, but that's okay. Don't break your stuff. I have to get something from over there. 1 second. I'll be back.
Ken, have you fly with the drone something? Or you only working then?
Okay. I got the piece of paper. It's white. Now move this guy over.
Now,
Uh-huh.
just so you get out the paint. Have you more paint in the cup?
Here. See? Oh, I see. The back button. The back one gives you more paint.
Yeah, can you screw on the back button?
Yeah.
More.
I'm gonna do more on the back. Turn the back button so it's open more.
paint.
Oh wow, yeah. There we go. Ah, much better. Sweet, look at that. I'm gonna go Here we go. SWEI. Swede.
What pressure you have now? Are they medium, low, high?
It's the brush is at its highest when it comes to power. But the back is, you know. Okay, I think that's good because we don't want it to be too oversaturated with the color, and we can do like that. Oh, this is nice, but this is definitely look how light that is though, but in the container it's dark.
Okay, you must put in more color.
More of the color, okay. But that's the tricky part because we don't want to put too much or too little because the what do you call it? Let's shut this off. Because if it gets too thick, it's not going to come out. Oh, so I should mix it in a cup first, right?
Put in some water.
In the cup, right?
Yeah, and you mix the color.
Yeah.
It's gonna be thinner, so you can use it in your airbrush.
I could see how you can go through a lot of paint mixing it, right? Opposed to having like the ready paint. Because look, we're using it to paint this little guy here. And then if I need more paint, like you're going to have left over. What do you do with your excess? Like, do you save it?
Louis.
Yeah, what's up?
Listen to me. This one guy in the chat, can you read what he tell you?
Hello, someone tell him to check his email. I used to airbrush before Photoshop came into play. Oh, that's your friend. That's Gigalots. Okay, I'm going to check my email. But before I check my email, let's just mix this up. And... oh, wow, Mr. Gigalots. Oh, nice. We're going to check our email because this is a collaboration of you. We're not... I definitely need the brush to mix it. Using the brush just mixes it better. Alright. Wow, this is so much better though than painting it because you have no lines, no like schmutz thingies. You know, it's like a beautiful, seamless paint. You know,
but you must understand, this better if you can buy airbrush color.
Oh, airbrush paint? Oh yeah. I will. It's better, yeah, because then you don't have to go through this nonsense. Yeah.
Yeah, you have what you have. You take it, you use it.
I will definitely do that. Oh, where's the water? I will. So now.
But not too much water.
Okay, because we don't want it to get stuck. That's the thing. All right, this is pretty thick. All right, we're gonna pour this in. Here we have there. Oh yeah. Oh, I see what you mean. All right, not too much water. I gotta make it thicker now. Yeah, I could see having a lot of waste with this method, like using these paints. Like if I had exclusively the, oh yeah, they're much better. Exclusively the right paints, it's like night and day. All right, so now I'm gonna put this in the container, hopefully without messing things up. If it does get messy, be prepared to like make a mess. But this is nice because the spray is just amazing. The way it puts the coat on is how you want it to look when you paint it, but you're never going to get that look when you use a paintbrush. You know?
What?
The way the spray paint look, it just looks really nice.
Yeah.
Opposed to the paintbrush look.
Some brand is better than others, so... But it's good if you have just for airbrush.
Yeah.
Paint for airbrush. It's better, but they're working.
Right.
It's too, so, yeah.
Hold on. Now I'm going to put the cover back on. Once I put the cover back on, we're gonna test it and check our email.
Paper.
What?
Try it for paper.
Yeah, we're gonna try it on the white paper. I just want to shake it up. Oh
You
man.
can put some water into the cup and take the brush and mix it.
Okay, so here we go. Hold on. One moment, please. Here we go. We're gonna test it out. Oh yeah. Oh my god, it's so much darker and better.
That's good.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. Lou. We'll put Ken. Get a shout out, and then we have the gig. The gig. This one's okay. Still good. Yeah, definitely it's better than it was because it was lighter, but need to mix it up. But let's check our email. I'm gonna check my, because someone sent us something. One moment, please. Yeah, I could see why I'll need more of these little airbrush thingies because it's tricky. You know, because now we got red in here, right? And then we need blue, and then we need. But this is really nice. Ah, we got Gigaluts paint. Sweet. Oh my god. Ah, opaque color airbrush paint. Opaque, sorry. Also, this is it. So this is what we need. Thank you. I will look for that on Amazon. Look, finally. So we have, even though Swedish Forge helped us with the mix, there are actually exclusive paints that Gigalots shared for. The Gigalots is your friend, right?
What?
Gigalots. The Gigalots, isn't that your friend?
I don't remember him.
The Galatas. Oh, you don't know? Oh, I must be thinking of someone else. But anyway, it has 6 colors, and as long as you, I guess, know how to mix your colors, you'll have no trouble getting the other colors, additional colors needed. You just need to know your color palettes. You know, but that comes with time. All right, so now we're gonna go back to this guy over here, the Gigalots Samsung me stuff. All right, so now we're gonna try spraying him again. The only downside, I wonder if I could use the airbrush while it's plugged in, charging. So now we're gonna go a little bit darker. Oh yeah, so you have to keep it. Might be a little bit too much coming. I think it's all right. So now, the further away you keep it, the better it is, so it doesn't run. If it's too close, it runs.
I think, yeah, that looks good.
So I like it because it's coming out darker, but when you go closer, it might start dripping. So it have to be further away, right?
Yes.
This is really nice. I kind of like the mixture. This is really cool because he's not. So
but always buy airbrush paint.
I will. I'm gonna do that. Hopefully it comes by next week. Oh, nice, and the other print finished. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Better, but it's working too slow.
It's too slow, right? Well, I think it's I don't think it's the paint that's making it work slow. I think it's the airbrush. I think this is an airbrush. I'll show you the airbrush. I think this is a woman's airbrush for like for beauty. Yeah, it's like I'm gonna make myself pretty today. I put a little more blush. Let me see. Hold on. See? I make my cheeks a little more redder.
You can paint the nails on your wife.
Or the girls, right? Look, see? There we go. Oh yeah, this is. Oh, look at that! It's so beautiful. I'm gonna make myself beautiful. Make myself pretty, pretty Lou. Oh yeah, I see what you mean. All right, so that's what this. I think this is more for that kind of brush. I'm gonna look online and see. You know, maybe give this one to my girls and then get like the real thing. But this still works because this was cheap. Remember, this was sent to us, and you know
They are acrylic paint.
I think for us to avoid the investment, because you know I want to like my kids are gonna need stuff for school. I think I'll just make this work by buying the correct paint, you know. But it's so wild. I never knew. I guess makeup artists do this when they do like the, you know, like Avatar or something, you know, like when they paint their characters, the actors, right? So that's what this brush is. This brush is more for like the makeup artist, because you know.
One tip.
Yeah, what's up? Give me your tip.
Check YouTube
What?
and learn you. Check other people what they do.
Oh, like this? Oh, check other tips. Yeah, no, I will. But honestly, this is just the beginning. Like, look, I didn't even know how to do this before. You know, like, and I think aside from getting more tips, the hardest part is going to be switching the colors. Like, what? Okay, let's say, for example, I want to do green, right?
You must clean the airbrush first.
Yeah, but as soon as I take this cap off, all the paint's going to come out. You know?
Yeah, but you have a red paint in the air gun, also airbrush gun. So,
right. So
you must clean it.
So or switch the gun. No, because what I'm saying is, if I take that red cap off, the red cup, all the paint's gonna drip everywhere at the bottom.
Yeah.
So then, ideally, what do we do with the other paint? Like, do you save it or do you remix it again?
No, I threw it in the can.
You put it in. Oh, so you save for later.
No.
No.
I put water in the cleaner. I remove all the paint.
No, but do you save it? Let's say, for example, I'm gonna paint his feet blue, right? So now I only have this one right here. Let me do it so people can see me stuff. But then what happens to the old paint? Like,
you can put it back to the bottle.
Not the same bottle though.
Yeah, you can do it.
You can? Oh, because then my paint will be watered down, no?
The only acrylic you use.
This is really nice though. Look at that. He didn't look like that before. Okay, so then that's it. So whenever I mix the colors, I have to start over again.
Yes.
That sucks. Oh wait, why is it not? Hold on.
Go. Almost go. Gonna
Thank you.
So
Thank you for this. I really appreciate your help. You got us up and running. Now we take our wings and fly. We are ready to leave the nest.
Are you gonna fly tonight?
No, fly, meaning like, you know how the baby bird, the mother must teach them to fly before they leave to say goodbye and go on their own. We're on our own now.
Oh.
Yes, you taught us to fly. Nah, we have a TFR, we can't fly our drone. But I meant like in a sense of learning. You know, you can teach a man to fish, but something like that, you know. But you can't teach.
Okay.
Anyway, but thank you. Enjoy your dinner. Thank you for this. We know next time to do this before your dinner, but eat, and I'll chat with you later. Thank you. Love it.
Yeah, no problem.
Love it.
Have a nice day.
You too. Thank you, Swedish Forge.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye
All
bye.
right. Bye bye. This is just amazing. We'll just hang up. This is just amazing because we have. You're never gonna get this with the paintbrush. That airbrush look where it just looks phenomenal. You know, like it's just you know it's not. We'll show you an example. Just have to be careful. I forgot to ask him about what to do if you blotch it on. But you just keep spraying it. And now I see why you do a couple of layers. You do the first layer small, right? And then we let them dry. It dries pretty fast, to be honest with you. So you don't have to do like big blobs like you just saw back there. So to get an idea, right? I'm gonna spray his feet. See? Oh, but this one we can't really do because there's no prime on it. And that's why you need the primer. So the hardest spraying him to prime, otherwise, as you can see, it's not going to work. And we can see here on the... Huh. I've never seen that one before. Sometimes it clogs up. There we go. So you don't want it to go. But anyway, the primer is what really helps the magic happen, because as you can see, it just makes it work really well. And then you have to figure out what color you want to put in next, which is another tedious process. But I kind of like this like this. You know, I think I'll just keep doing the red so it's not too heavy. Alright, but yeah, it's coming out, but just not as heavily. And like I was saying, this is more for the girls, you know, like a makeup artist brush, so that, you know, you don't want to be that lady in the office that cakes on her makeup. You want to be the lady in the office that wears it well. They're like, oh, I love how you wear your makeup. And this would be ideal. It dries really fast though. Thank you for that. I'm going to definitely get those paints, because honestly, even though Swedish Forge helped us, I'm not crazy about mixing it. It's just so tedious, and you got to get it right. And if you don't have the right mixture, then you got to add more. Then you got to add more and more, add less, and then more, and then take it in, pick it out, take it in, like at the credit card. She's like, can you stick it in again? Like, can you pull it out? It's not working. Can you stick it in again? And you're like, what? Really? She's like, your credit card, you. So it's a similar process to the paints, where you have to, you know, put more water, less water, more water, less water. Stick it in, put it out. Stick it in, put it out with your paintbrush. That is. Usually you have a dirty mind. I know what you're thinking, but you kind of get the idea. But you do. It's like in and out, in and out, and then you're like, damn it. And then finally you have your mixture. Look, I got my mix. And then all of a sudden I'm like, it's like, you know, it's bye-bye, because now we're gonna use blue, right? I'm like, damn it. So don't let it, see how that big glob right there, don't, just gently spray. It's gonna come out, and it dries really fast, which is phenomenal. I love it. We've had this thing in our room for almost 2 years, and I never, you know, it was sent to us. I just did a video and I put it away. I'm like, I don't have time for this. But if you know what you're doing, and if you learn, if you have the right teacher and teachers, right, because you guys help too, giggle lots by sharing the right paint that's supposed to go in here. But you can bring your 3D prints to life, like literally. And there's one more thing I want to paint. I think the Savage Planet. The hardest part, like I said, is going to be painting details, because you got to mix the paint, and that's where the investing comes in. But if you look on Amazon, which I will look for the paints, this thing right here, I guess we could put them down, right? Hopefully, see, is only $8. I just have to find one that's really good. Remember, it's only blowing air, so I believe it's a one-way street. Hopefully, right? Well, otherwise the paint will come flying out. See, if I can get another one of these, then I can have my red paint, then I can have my blue paint, then I can have this paint and that paint, and not have to worry about, you know, remixing everything until the job's done, right? Because I don't want to. I like this red the way it is, you know. And now, good luck with that. Now that we have to, you know, use another color. In this case, we're not going to use another color. I think we're just going to use the Corality mascot and just, you know, keep layering it on. But now I see how he was able to get that Spider-Man blue. Is one, knowing how to mix the colors, and two, like he said, it took like 3 or 4 layers. And he was using a the proper airbrush and mixing his paints though. But we're gonna be doing it differently. We're gonna get the right paint. But you don't need the right paints if you have these paints. The proof's in the pudding. Swedish Forge walked us through the process. You know, don't go blowing your money when it's not necessary. You know, just make it work. You just have to have patience and, you know, roll with the punches when the shit don't come out right. But this is really cool. I'm definitely gonna make a video. Oops, see, I put too much there. So that means that part's gonna take longer to dry. Careful touching it. But if you do it correctly, right, you're gonna be all right, and you're not gonna have like, you know, blotches because you spray it from a distance. Use the layer upon layer. Oh wow, am I getting it over there? No, I'm not. But, you know, of course, cover the area, right, so that it doesn't. This is really nice. What about you, Gigalots? What do you have? Hello, someone tell him to check it. Oh, I checked the email. What do you have? Do you have an air? Do you still 3D print? Are you still using your airbrush? I did. Yeah. See. Thank you for that. Really appreciate it, because now I know. Honestly, I'll probably have the channel pay for it for now. Remember, YouTube is putting everyone on a PIP program. Kind of. Oops. See, put a little bit too much. This is really nice. Wow, now it's addictive. Now I don't know when to stop. Actually, soon, because we have a 3D print that just finished printing. And then check it on the paper every now and again. My girls would love this. Not the paint, the like if I get another real airbrush and give them this. Tilly would definitely love this. She's like into like everything being so fabulous. I could see her wearing makeup. Ivy's like, you could care less. You know, she's just happy and content being, you know, without the extra process to make herself look pretty. It's like, can we just go? Like, I don't have time for this. She does. She wore makeup like just sometimes to a party, but she's not into the process of the time it takes. Tilly would be like, except I don't know. I guess can she use this? Like after I put paint in here, is it now compromised? Like, can it not be used as a makeup artist brush now that we used it for this? I don't know. Is it now cross-contaminated? This is really nice. I love it. Alright, so moving forward, we are going to be painting our 3D prints as long as they are characters, right? If they are fidgets, we're not going to paint them. We might. I don't know. That would be cool to see how, if we can print a 3D fidget, right? And then after it's printed, will the paint come off the fidget? Or will it stick? Oh, this is really nice. Holy shit. Like, or after using the fidget X amount of times, you know, is it still gonna be good? And I'll show you why. I'll show you why I'm so fascinated by this for those of you who don't understand why I keep saying, oh my god, for the next 15 seconds, you're gonna be saying, wow. I'll show you why. We're definitely going to have to mix a paint. Not today. I guess we can clean it. Again, the hardest part is cleaning that out. I like how it dries so fast that it just leaves you time to move it. By the time I get my hands around the other side, it's ready to go. And because we're not doing it evenly, it creates that mesh, blend. It blends really well. But you have to know like how much to put so that it doesn't mesh too much. But the reason why I'm so fascinated by it is because, look, check this out. Let them dry for a second or two. You don't get that airbrush look when you use a paintbrush. Check this out. Just it's like night and day. You get that blotchy look with the brush, which is fine. For him it looks good because this is Nova, I think it is. I forget which one. No, Savage Planet. So it gives him that rugged look, right? But if you want that airbrush look, you're gonna have to and look at that. No lines, no smudges, and you're gonna have to mix the paints, and that's the tedious process. But it just comes out, it looks so cool. And then you might wind up over painting it because they were like, you just don't know when to stop. You're like, I'm having myself a good time. I'm like, this is great, this is fun. And then it might just come out too thick. But I love, and puts him on his feet. But when we take off his mask, you'll see what I'm talking about. we're gonna take the painter's tape off his mask, and then you'll see how you're not gonna, you know, it's night and day. This is really cool. I think I'm gonna print him again, and then just make a video, or just we have the video here actually, because we have the Instagram format. I can just take that and then the other part we forgot to ask him about the varnish, right? Like, how do we get that shine? So now I have a little swivel table we can put him on and spray him that way. Like, so instead of using my hands, I'll show you guys in a second, so that, you know, you don't have to worry about that. So what we would do is, and I've only used this, you know, I've never used a swivel table with the airbrush, but it's fine. I'll show you guys here. Samsung Me. It dries pretty fast, but, you know, if not too fast. Now, switch. Whoops! Don't break your stuff. Make sure your lid's closed too. And then now we can spin them around, right? And do like that. Still a little wet. Could still use some more layering down there. And then remember, there are no mistakes in art. You decide, once you have the paint correct and all that other fun stuff, you know, you decide how much is too much, how much is too little. Maybe put a little black in here to get that shadowing, but that's a whole other level. I'm not there, but I know how to do it with the paintbrush, but I don't know how to get that shadowing effect, you know, with the airbrush. You know, we did that with X23. It's like, you know, it's easy to mix the paints and blend them to get that mesh blend look, but this is different. This is where you need another one of these things filled with the other color, right? The other blend. This is just phenomenal. Now I think I'm just trigger happy. Thank you, Swedish Forge. Wow, see, this channel would not be possible without you guys. You guys, Ken helps, Swedish Forge helps, what's his name? Afix helped. Afix was the one who got us started with the streaming program. He told us to check out Discord, to check out Streamlabs, and got us into 3D printing. And Swedish Forge has been sending us STL files. Bob, you know, like, hey, tell us what you like, and he sends us a print, and then sometimes the prints are glitching out, but not because of what he sent us, but sometimes it just doesn't work, depending on the source, where you get your source files from. Mark Bay, we have the Mark Bay technique on Creality, because after they updated it, apparently the shift and slide didn't work. It used to be spacebar. If you've been following us, it was always spacebar, but now I forget what key it is. Oh, shift and slide. But yeah, I hate when they do an update and then shit don't work anymore. This is great. Oh my god, this is like a whole new level of 3D printing. Like, literally, the fact that it dries so fast. The only thing I'm not sure about, I have to ask him, is the primer. Not primer, the acrylic finish. Does that go into the airbrush, right? Or can we just paint it on? I don't know. You know, we can always experiment, but we'll wait for the next time we see him. I don't want to experiment with it because, as you can see, this is just phenomenal. I'll show you how it looks with the paintbrush, because we have our heart. Wow, I think that's enough. Yep. I'm so trigger happy. This is like so cool. Oh my god. I'll show you what you get with the paintbrush. And you're never gonna get it with the airbrush. This is what you get. See, it comes out like that, which is fine. It just takes time and time and time, more time. You know, so would you rather have this? Or, wow, it dries pretty fast. Almost dry, but, or that. See how it just comes out really nice. No lines and spray. We'll let them dry a little bit. See, I got some here, but that's okay. There's some seams in there that we could, here, I'll put him on his back. There's some seams in there that we could continue spraying, but that's okay. I don't want to, it kind of creates that shadowing effect, but the seams at his boots, you can still see the yellow because I didn't get in there. But this is great like that. And then what we'll do is we'll take off his mask, and then you can just basically see it's like night and day. And again, the other hardest part is going to be cleaning this up. And that's another reason why I don't use this, because maybe I should just look into some little I think we have little containers upstairs that I can pour the paint in, so I can pour it back in. I might have to disappear for a little bit, but that is definitely a must. Alright. See, now this is so fun. Now I see how he did the Spider-Man. There was no, this was what made the magic happen. Because now we got like a Superman red. If you keep layering it on, right? And knowing when to stop. So, alright, we have to stop. Now, I'm gonna let this dry really quick. I will be back in a second. Because I want to find another, because we could still reuse that red. And he said he pours it into a container, but I don't have one, but I know I can find one upstairs. Oh, and then shut this off. Now I have to go back to, oh wow, interesting. And see what my battery life is on this thing, because that's going to come into play too, right? I'm going to have fun painting and realize I can't airbrush anymore because the battery is dead. Or you buy one that you plug in. I wonder if I could use this while it's charging. Where's the plug? Let's see, I'm going to plug it in. And then I have to go upstairs and get a container. Because it did take a while to mix that paint. I'm not sure what I will. Oh, nice. You could have it plugged in while charging and use it at the same time. That's good to know. Here, I'll show you here. How do you know? See, that's flashing. We got 1 bar left. But if we turn it on, it's still flashing, which is great, which means that if you have an additional power source, you can do that, or just let it charge overnight. But we have been using it for almost 2 hours, but I want to look online and see what the specs are, because I don't remember, and just to get an idea so I can time the next time we do paint our prints. But remember, we're not over yet. I just need to find a container. After I find the container, we'll pour the paints in, let that sit in some water, and then we have a 3D fidget that just printed. Okay. Oh no. I got 3, but I need a lid for another one. But it's okay, we only need 1. All we need is 1. Let's see. So we will, let me just go back into YouTube for a second. I'm just going to go here and edit video, go here, change. Just wish it put everything in chronological order, but it doesn't. I'm going to open and then save, because it won't let me. It won't let me delete a thumbnail once you put it. Unfortunately, hopefully it doesn't crash it. Okay. Okay. So I have a little container here. Now we can close this one since we're done with it, because now we're going to need the space for the fidget that just printed. I have some extra containers. We definitely need a lid. And then now we've got some red, right? For when we need. Swedish Forge, put the cap on the paint can. Yes, I just did that. And now we have here, we got, look at that Swedish Forge. It dries really fast when you're airbrushing. We'll take his mask off and see what he looks like. And then we'll prep him for next week because we're not done with it. So now, this is the other tricky part. Putting the paint, right, inside of here. Oh man, because it's not like it's just gonna pour in, you know. Unless we took it off. Wow, look at that. It's a lot of paint. See, that's, oh yeah, it pours right in. It's a lot of paint, but it takes a while to get the color you want. Not just the color, the texture. You know, once you have the right texture, I don't want to mix this again. I mean, you can, or you might have to, right? But look, we got it. We're ready to go, our little experiment. We could put a spider in there too, right? Add Spider-Man red. Where's that spider? Anybody know where that spider went? So now this part you'll do over the sink. This is the tedious part. Freaking cleaning it out. And that's why I don't use it, because of the process. But because we got to open this, open that, and put it under the sink. This part I'm going to put water in here so it doesn't, it shouldn't dry, right? I think it's airtight. I think we'll have enough time. Actually, you know what? You never, because they give you needles to stick in there, and I don't want it drying, so give me a second. Because then that makes it harder to clean. And get it while it's still hot and fresh. Even though I put water in here, depending on where you live, as you know where I live, you can't drink the water. I would definitely use airbrush cleaner. We're going to turn it back on because we cleaned it, but I don't think it's clean. I think, see, there's still paint coming out. So you want to do that. Until water comes out, and if you don't have airbrush cleaner, can we put alcohol in here? Just to like really clean it out. And then as you can see in there, it's still red. But that's because, so now clearness is coming out. Now it's clean and clear, but the tip still has remnants of like, you know, the whatever. We can clean that off. So see? Yay. And I'm definitely gonna, see, that's the only thing. Sometimes it works, and then put it higher. Oh yeah, there we go. So now, no more red. Right, and then of course you want to clean it. Now we've got red, but only in there. So that one we could use a toothbrush, an old toothbrush. I probably have to find one upstairs from one of my dental bags. But as you can see, we definitely don't want that in there. And the only way to clean that red, see, it's still red in there, but even though it's clear water coming out, it's just like remnants of the leftover. But I wish I had a toothbrush. Now I gotta find the toothbrush. I found one. But I'm not going to do it in here. I mean, I guess I could do it in here. No, I can't because I don't have, but I can show you guys. And now I'm going to use a toothbrush in there under the sink. There's a needle in there, really sharp, so you guys just got to be gentle. I don't even know if I should be doing this. But be careful because you don't want to bend that needle. So gentle tap, or, you know, you don't want to put pressure on it. Luck. Check this out. Leave the needle as is, and then this comes off. So then it's easier to clean. And there's still red in there, which I can see too. So even though we just did what we did, which is great, the water here is really hard. That's the other thing. You know, like, so I gotta leave all this open, and, you know, even though we're gonna clean it out again by running it with you know, putting it back on the airbrush thingy hose. This thing would be green next week because the water is really bad. So I'm gonna have to open it up, maybe dip it in rubbing alcohol so it dries out easily. And now, oh yeah, I saw that water come out, but you want that. And again, this is why I don't use it, because this is what you got to do if I want to put another color in there, right? And now it's done. Now it's clean. I would just double check. See, now in there, no more red. Wow, I can't even see the tip anymore. That's how fine the tip is. If you could see your tip with the excess paint then you know you got to go back and clean it again, but gently. That toothbrush is designated airbrush only. Yeah, and that's it. You know, you don't want to overdo it, but it's cleaned out. And this is why we don't use the hairbrush on the channel, because now let's do blue. Then we'll do red. I did order another one of these. If it's legit, we will, you know, get 3 going so we can get 3 colors. And I just wish this one, the original one, this I can get one of those. That would be cool. You know, so it's like designated for the experience, similar to the one that came with the airbrush. But you know, I don't know, we'll see what comes in the mail. Voila, now it's ready to go again. And that took, I don't know how long that took, but you'd be doing that every time you want to change your colors. Before I take the print off the print bed, I am going to put this down here, and then we're going to put this full version of me, and we're going to put this back in the box, right? And make room over here. Put that, we'll clean everything else up later. I just want to make room for our new fidget, hopefully. Right it there. This can go here. These I can clean later, because that's at least, because what happens is once the paint starts to dry, it gets crusty, and then it's just harder, that much harder to clean. It's a nightmare. I'll put this here. Okay, and then you can do that. See, like he said, put the cap on, otherwise you'll tilt it over and then that will happen. Good call, Swedish Forge. And then now, before we get the other stuff, let's see how this looks. So we're going to put paint over his helmet, so that we don't, you know, because I definitely want to paint his helmet an off-white, because this is the primer. But then what will happen is, see, once this is fixed, see, I think I covered that, and there's no way we can fix that without spraying it again, right? But we'll fix it. Well, not today, but we will, because we have the extra paint, right? And again, like I was saying, I'll show you what happens. We have a paintbrush. We have a clean brush here. And then it's going to be impossible to fix, because remember how many layers it took to spray it? You know, it's not going to be the same effect with the brush. Brush is soft, which is good. And then put that like that. Don't be careful, don't tip it over. But as you can see, it doesn't really work. It doesn't give that same effect. It's like, it just doesn't do it. And we'd be painting forever, literally, you know, to try and do what we just did with the airbrush in minutes and seconds. So it's going to take a long time to do it with this. It's not even worth it. I mean, it is. You just have to retape everything again. But we knew this was going to be somewhat botchy anyway, because you saw how I was putting the tape on in the beginning. We were doing it for the process, like not the tech, you know, more for the technique / process, right? To just get an idea of what it's like, so that if it did work, which it did, moving forward, we know what to do. But this is a really fine brush that you could actually, you know, do the details really nicely and easily. Oh, you can't see. As you can see, we fixed it right in there, and then we came down here. This is a finer brush though. Key is the brush too. And then we can get in there, right, a little bit around the helmet. Requires a steady hand. If you don't have a steady hand, don't worry about it. Just use the airbrush. Just tape it, you know. As you can see, it's not the same. It's going to take so many more layers to do what the airbrush did. For some reason it sprays it on and then it dries so quickly. See? Yeah. And then if we put the tape on correctly, we're fine. And look, just to paint his mask, which we'll do next week, that's going to be hard because we'll have to mix the paint, put the painter's tape on, right? And after we put the painter's tape on, hopefully it's the right whitish gray. I'm not sure, but it still looks good the way it is, but we don't want to see that yellow. And then maybe we'll use a little bit of black to give it that shadowing, you know, that you normally do get with a mask. And then see how it works with the acrylic varnish. And maybe Swedish Forge can share with us. Do we put the varnish in the airbrush? This is just phenomenal. You could tell now. All right, which one was airbrushed and which one was painted with a brush? Now you see why. Airbrush, paintbrush, airbrush, paintbrush, paintbrush, airbrush. Don't get me wrong, you could still achieve that with a paintbrush, because before the airbrush people were using paintbrushes, but it just takes a little bit longer and more layers, and you know, and more painter's tape and more patience, right? And more time, and it's like it's go on and on and on, but you get the idea. And as you can see, this is the next layer. But for sure next week we're going to be really careful with putting the tape on so that we can spray. As that happened yesterday, they were moving stuff. I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, I don't know. Clever kids. And then maybe, wow, you know what? I put it away. I was gonna say maybe replace this guy right here. Paint this one little bitty with a bigger one. I don't want to put it on there, but maybe. Anyway, let's close the lid and see our print. But we will. This one's a little bit big, but we will definitely put this in the water. Print a fidget, paint it, and see if it's still, you know, like after the wear and tear of moving the fidget around. Does the paint hold, or does it start to peel away? So we got this out of the way. You definitely need paper and all that other fun stuff to move, you know. I love it. I can't wait to do his mask next week. Swedish Forge, peace out. Thank you. We love you, man. The best. This video would not have been possible without your help, because that thing would just be sitting there. And like I said, hope this video helped you. If you have any comments or suggestions, feel free to leave them down below, or ideas for other videos. And we mean it when we say it. Remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you all next time. So now we're just going to get the other print. So some people say that in their videos, but they do not follow through with it, but we do on this channel, because this channel is the collaboration and combination of me and you. And I told Swedish Forge that if the channel takes off, we'll make him a moderator. All right, but that's not happening yet. You never know. We're still almost at 10,000 subscribers. All right, let's see what we have here. Oh, me stuff. This is one we just printed. Looks like we're going to have to, there's another piece for the top. That's one of my kids texting me. Yeah, I should have, while we were painting, printed the other stuff. The other parts. So this one's pretty cool. It's like a Ninja Stars. Remember the 80s? Oh no. Oh, that's okay, because the mouse ears are under there. Hopefully it still works. The mouse ears will come off though. So looks like we need to print the other parts of here. Move this Savage Planet over there. Oh, we have Donkey Kong. Hopefully Donkey Kong. Oh, you see, this is what I was talking about. Even though I put a little bit, this is stuck on there like glue. And the hardest part, see the Gorilla Glue, even a little bit, that's all it takes is a little. A little bit goes a long way with this stuff. And that's why, you know, see? Yeah, that'll come off with a razor and some Drydex and some sanding, but that Gorilla Glue expands like foam. That's why you saw, if you go back to where we were in the beginning, we did not use a lot. But that's okay, because this will we'll get with the Dremel / sand Drydex. We'll put some Drydex there. And that's why, see, and it moved. Look at that. He slid, see? Damn it. Donkey Kong. And it's done. It's at 2 hours, but as you can see, look, it shifted because yeah. So Gorilla Glue does work, but you need to watch it. And now Donkey Kong looks a little different, but we get the idea. Anyway, we might scratch that Donkey Kong thing. But we're gonna print another part of Donkey Kong anyway, because when that blade comes for the YouTube collaboration, we have to test it. So we'll test it on the Donkey Kong. All right, so knowing that and moving forward, we got this here. But before we start finagling with this, let's just get it up and running. Just gonna do a refresh, and I want to go here for a second. Edit, and then go here, change. It won't let me desktop. It won't let me delete it and leave a default in there. Let's see. Should be on desktop. Hold on. Not my downloads. At least now you guys can see what I download. There's nothing but screenshots and thumbnails, and that's it. There we go. Okay. See you later and next time. Same here. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright, so now we can go here, close that. There's a link in the description for those of you who want this fidget. It's weird how it doesn't show it in chronological order until you go into, we have here, sheet, oh here it is, Fidget Squeeze, and we have that. See, if we press spacebar, see, we just printed that, and then that's just a step. Squeezer cap, see there's a cap, and Squeezer, the version 2 Squeezer cap step, and then Squeezer cap STL, another one. How many are there? Oh wow, that one looks smoother. Look at that. And then the step. So let's do Squeezer cap. That shouldn't matter. So now we should just click open. And then how does he have it? Hopefully that works. And we don't have to flip it, but I would definitely do support. I would definitely do mouse ears. There's shit. Everything's been falling off my bed lately. So we'll go here, brim auto, and then right here mouse ears. See, I have it set to 5. 5 is let's do 10, right? Bring it out some more. because then we know it's not going anywhere. And then if you double tap here, markup A technique, shift and slide, zoom in, and then shift and slide, shift and slide, and shift and slide. And then now, if I slice it, if we go to preview, wow, where are my mouse ears? We have brim, mouse ears 10, let's try 20. Let's try 20. And then slice plate. Huh, that's weird. We'll zoom this up. Huh, where are my ears? Maybe we need to enable supports. And then go here. Auto normal. Let's see, slice plate. Huh, usually we have mouse ears when we select mouse ears. Mouse in the house. Mouse ain't in this house. Raft. Let's try 200. Value out of range 100. Let's try that. Wow, that's so weird. That ever happened to you when usually you can see your mouse ears beforehand? Maybe it doesn't require it. If we revert this back, right? And then if we go here. That's so weird. Mouse ears, put it in auto. We go here. Here, I'll show you what I'm trying to do. Select no, discard. Fidget Squeezer right here, STL. All right. See this right here? If we zoom in, we do the shift and slide. And if we go here, mouse ears again, brim, auto, mouse ear, you should see like these little edges around it. See? Like that. Yay, we got it. See? But it's not doing it on the other one. So I'm not going crazy. Alright, so now we'll open it again. Maybe it doesn't need it. Maybe it knows. You know, in the old school, it would do it, right? But new school, not happening anymore. So we definitely need 2 caps. So we'll print 1 for now, but no mouse ears. That's so weird. Maybe because of the way it is, right? Anyway, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. We just hope and pray that it doesn't start falling off the bed. So that was default. So default, we should have gotten something. All right. Nothing. Let's try 50. See what 50 gives us. It could be the positioning. We'll experiment in a second. Yeah. Let's try this. Prepare. And then see what happens if we do that. And then flip it on its back. Right? And then now try it. Mouse ears at 50. Nope, nothing. Interesting. The question is now, do we have, looks like we got some. I think let's try 100. Remember, 100 is the max. Oops, 100. And nope, nada. If we go to preview and prepare, slice it, nothing. All right, so maybe it depends on the print. Now the question is, do we print it on its back or on its face? That's fine. We'll just do command undo, 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 undo. Well, let me undo. Maybe we select it. I'll go back to prepare. Prepare and undo, undo, undo. All right, there we go. Now it's back on its face. And I mean, worst case, I'm going to go back here. We're not going to do mouse ears because it doesn't matter. I just hope it stays on the plate. Skim points. All right, I guess that's it. See what happens. In the meantime, send the print. Of course, we need 2, I believe. But we'll see how it goes together. Okay. It might still work without it. And the color we can do. since we're not going to paint it, let's try black and yellow, and then start print. Print bed is clear. Now we just pray that it will, you know, everything will just work. Samsung me, and then, you know, we can print our cat. Let's see what the, I don't know what a step file is, but it's fine. PDF. Yay. Alright. We definitely got a whole bunch of rubber bands. PLA, I see 2 caps. So we're Squeezer cap version 2 and Squeezer cap. So we need to print 2 versions of the Squeezer caps. So we have Squeezer cap version 2, and then we need to print Squeezer cap. Okay, so there are 2 different ones, but doesn't matter because, because one is, I guess, for the top or the bottom. But what we can do is we can, in the meantime, while that's doing that, how long is that going to take? Go back to prepare, right? And then we should be able to slice it again. Or just look over here, click it, and then preview. 6 minutes. Wow. Okay, so we'll definitely be done within 12 minutes. Well, more than 6 because it's the Creality High printer, and it takes a while to calibrate everything before it actually makes the magic happen. Before it even starts printing. Like, we can send it to the Ender 3S1 Pro, and the Ender 3 will finish. We did a race one time. Like, who won? Fight. So weird how it won't let us do mouse ears on that cap. Better work, man. Nice. This is just going to come together. So we have to take off all these mouse ears. And the mouse ears, thanks to Swedish Forge, reminded us that will help it stay on the bed so it doesn't come off. I highly recommend Swedish Forge's channel to see what he's doing, because we're going to check him out. We're going to stalk him and see what he's printing, if he's live streaming or something. He's doing life-size stuff. For me, even this fidget right here, to be honest with you, is too big. Like, even this guy right here, the Creality mascot, is too big. I like it small. I like small, but I love how there are no smudge marks. I'm definitely going to paint the other mini one, the other mascot, because this is too big to hang out over there. So we just got to make sure all these are off. We might need tweezers to get in the other areas. Whoops, don't break your stuff. To get in there. And I highly recommend using the rubbing alcohol to clean out, or paint, what's it called? Airbrush cleaner. To clean out your airbrush, because if you have water like me, it's gonna ruin it. Literally, no, it will ruin it. It'll turn green and corroded. Like, I take filtered water, we have filters, and you can boil the water, run it through the filter, leave it on a container on the table, and in 1 week that water is green. I'm like, what? I thought it was, and we have a reverse osmosis. That's how bad the water is where we are. So definitely good enough to clean your airbrush, but not good enough to leave remnants of the water, oh no, in the airbrush. So now let's see, we have more here. This is an interesting fidget. I wonder how many prototypes it takes to actually get it right. You ever see, I see these 1 minute clips like, so I took a measurement and made this cup, and then the guy prints it, and like, wow, I want to do that too. And then you try making your own STL file, and then 2 weeks later you're still at square one trying to get it to work, to print, right, your prototype. Sweet. So just check them. You can't go wrong if there's extra remnants somewhere, because you'll just take it off later. So now we're going to do each one like this, bend it, Oh yeah, you feel the crunch. Bend it, bend it. This is nice. Usually we don't get prints like this with moving parts that bend like that. So most likely we're gonna have to wait for the caps to print because it's gonna be hard to put them on. Oh wow, look at that. What? Oh yeah. It is gonna be hard to put. How do we do that? So then we squeeze it, and then it's supposed to pop back up. Have to see how the rubber band goes. Let's see. Huh. I guess the rubber band goes around? Probably. This is a fun fidget toy that you can... Whoops! Don't break your stuff. Oh no. Just a good thing there wasn't water in here. Yeah, about that. Definitely. This is why I like to clean up beforehand, because it's kind of tight in here, but hey, there was no water. So we're good. I will leave it like that. Let me just find the rubber band. Let's see. Got a rubber band. I don't know if it's the right size. Yeah, it looks about right. I'll take one of these. Alright, here we go. This is a fun fidget toy that you can squish and squeeze. Make this with PLA. All the parts snap together and don't require any glue. Thank you. But if you want the parts to be even more securely connected, you can still glue the squeezer cap to the fidget squeezer with super glue or 3D gloop. I never heard of that before. Gloop. Just don't get any glue on the joints. A rubber band needs to be placed in the grooves around the sides of the fidget and acts as the spring that makes this toy work. Stiffer bands make it feel snappier, while stretchier bands will make it feel squishier. STL files are provided. Alright, so the rubber band goes around. Interesting. Is it one rubber band? I wish. View in browser. I'm going to open it in Chrome. Sometimes they have like, yeah, it looks like it goes around. Okay. Sometimes they show an assembly. Okay, maybe this one. It looks like the rubber band just went around. Alright. Yeah. But we can't put it together yet until we put the caps on, right? So that we just get a solid fit. And that can go in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to have it laying flat. Well, at least the first one. Oh yeah, which one goes where? Like, how do we know? Like, are they all the same size? Yeah, probably, right? Top and bottom should be the same. But again, I don't want to put it on yet because we need the cap. So it only takes 6 minutes once it starts printing, and if it prints and starts sticking to the bed, that's the other issue. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there, if we do, and hopefully not. Hopefully the magic will just happen. But as you can see, I did not put a ton of Gorilla Glue on, just a little bit. And that was too little, but too much, because it started to exfoliate and stretch, right? And come out from the seams. And even though it was on You hear that? Unevenly. He took a turn, like he basically went sideways. That's why they said use clamps. Because just as it expands, it just wants to go its own way. I definitely will print this one again. We have to anyway, because we have that blade coming to us. Electric blade. But in the meantime, we can get the other STL file ready. Let's see what we have here. Samsung. We're in the right one. Okay, so now we're just going to go back to our downloads. We don't have many downloads in there. Fidget. Oops. We have step 2 cat, and then squeeze cat. Hopefully it opens. It's probably going to be on top of the other one. That ever happened to you? I see, look, squeeze cat STL is too close to others. Sometimes you'll click on an STL file, and I don't even know which one's which, so we're just going to close it. And it'll open up a new window, and then sometimes you open up an STL file, and it'll just put it on top of the other. What makes that happen, I don't know, but we only know that it does happen. So we know we have squeeze cat. Okay. And we know that it doesn't matter if it has supports or not, or mouse ears, because it just doesn't matter. It doesn't work. So we'll go here, send to print. That's going to take 6 minutes too, but again, it's like double the time. As you can see, the other one's still going. It's almost done. And we're gonna do it in, let's try another color, right? Maybe white. That's really cool. And then send only, because you can't print on top of a print. And then we'll go back and see, hopefully, quality high. Nice. Looks like it's still on the bed. Hasn't come off. In the meantime, I can, clean up a little bit. Yeah, so even though it said Gorilla Glue takes 2 hours, it took like freaking 10, 15 minutes, but I forgot about it. I should have moved it. See, it just expands. But that's, like, if you have a way to figure out how to use this for your 3D prints, I'd do it. But see, it just expands like foam. So just a little bit, And then Donkey Kong will be alright. Anyway, we'll get that right. Or just use super glue. And, super glue doesn't have that same effect though. Anyway, you get the idea. Alright. Well, we tried. This is amazing though. I love it. We're definitely gonna paint again next week. Maybe even Donkey Kong. Alright, I'll prime them, get them ready, and then we'll spray them. Alright, so then this we have here. Samsung Me stuff. Looks like the rubber band just goes around the edges. We'll snap the cap on. We'll snap one on first, right? Because most likely the other one couldn't go on last. I just don't know. Let's check the instructions. Like, this cap version 2 go on the bottom or on the top, right? So that we'll know if we go here, Samsung Me. And then we have the instructions right there. Print 2 of these, print 2 of these. Oh, well, I guess it doesn't matter. I guess they're just 2 versions of the cap. Alright. Because there are only 2 sides, right? And 2 ends, so I don't know. So the other step files for customizing. Yeah. And that's it. Alright. Anyway, it shouldn't matter. I hope. Alright, so then the other part will be here. See, these go in here. I wonder if we could still put the cap on. See, this is the tricky part. And that's why it's almost done. Let's see how much time is left. Samsung Me, Samsung only. Let's check it out. See you later. Says printing, but oh, send only. So weird. I thought we sent it. And then close it, and then go to device, and then details. And looks like we got 6 minutes right there. 0 minutes left. Looks like it's done, but it still has one more layer, 21, 22. It's going to be done in 5, 4, 3, 2. See, it says 0, but I don't know. Nothing yet. New stuff. Yay, it finished. Let's check it out. There it is. Oh wow, interesting. Looks a little transparent over there, but you can see build plate is hot, but looks like you can see right through it right there. Maybe printing it on its back would have been ideal, but looks pretty good. That looks kind of small though. Hopefully that fits in here. I don't know, we're just gonna clean that off and then start the other one. Okay, see what we got here. So this one will go in first. Looks like it has to go in one particular way, like a hexagon, pentagon. So make sure the pentagon. Oh, maybe that's why they made it transparent, so you know where the pentagon shape is. Nice. And they said you could glue this. I don't recommend Gorilla Glue because, as you saw, it expands and works like foam. But this is more for aesthetics, so it doesn't have to be perfect. See? Great. So we got a little bit of black and yellow. And then now, let's start the other print. Let's see. We go here, and we go to local files because we sent it, right? We did version 2. It said print 2, but maybe you have the option. I don't know. Either way. You know what? I don't know what that's going to do. We know what this does. And we know that this is the same size. So we can go here and right click, start printing, and then just change the color from here. Make it white or whatever color is in the middle. Start printing. And then now we can try and put this thing back together. Move this out of the way. I love the spray paint. It's just phenomenal. And once we have the right paints, wow, look at that. Phenomenal. I would have never known. The thing would still be sitting here. So now, the airbrush, collecting dust. This is the tricky part. How do we do it? Oh yeah, maybe from the bottom and from the back. It's sharp, so be careful. Hopefully it doesn't break. I don't think it's gonna break. Oh, maybe you can do it like this. Look at that. See? Sort of. Maybe this way from the back. That ain't going in. Wow. Maybe this way. So ideally, oh yeah, push this like that. putting muscle into it, and it's still not closing. Let's try another one. Bummer. Be nice if it printed like this, but maybe put one side in and then another. Nah, it doesn't. Like it's just too big. And then redo that. I mean, if it breaks, we could glue it, right? But no, we can't glue it because he said that we can glue the caps, but not these. Yeah, this is really. Nope. Well, unless we get like something heavy, like a can, or like so we can the edge of the thingy, or our tools. Hold on. Hopefully we could use the weight and the pressure from here, right? Make sure, it's flat. Watch your fingers because you don't want to accidentally. No. Man, it's crazy. Oh yeah, it's going in a little bit. Okay. But not enough to make the magic happen. Sort of, a little bit. Looks like it's in there. Yep. Wow, that takes a lot of brute force / strength to do that. Okay, and then I would definitely do it so it's like that. Maybe we can do a few at a time. Just don't want to break it. Got it. Well, that's hard, man. Highly recommended one at a time. Lift it up, right? Make sure the other ones are the way they need to be, and then damn, don't want to break it. Now I see why it's got that pentagon shape, right? So that creates that somewhat of a lift to make the magic happen. And if we can center it and apply the weight. You heard it. You hear it, but you don't see it because that part needs to go on too. And that's why I can raise it on the center. At least we know our PLA isn't warped, like overhydrated, because this would have cracked a long time ago. Literally. It's not yet. Yes, it's still got one more part in there, that part. And then it will be golden. I can somehow. That's flat. I feel like I'm doing the dummy 13. If you know what I mean. Try it that way. Putting all my weight into it. And still nothing. Oh, let's see. We can somehow. We need to get that end in. Got it. Wow. I'd say don't adjust the infill because you're going to need that infill to create that experience so that when the pressure goes in, don't break. So now we can get it to go up, rise up to the occasion, and then I guess we put a rubber band around it. Right, there's the rubber band. Imagine the rubber band's supposed to go on the inside. I'm like, no. Hopefully not. Make it tighter. Doing a loop. Oh yeah. Sweet. Alright. That was a nightmare. I wonder if I can do... I don't know. This will drive you crazy in the car. We make these videos so you don't have to. Now it's stuck. That's pretty cool. To some extent. Once you get it working, and once we get the other top up, see? Oh, that was that snap. We lost one. Mayday. One is in there. Damn. Oh no, we didn't lose it because if we close it, right, and then we can just do what we did again, which was a pain in the butt. I don't recommend doing it with the rubber bands on because it can snap back, but it's alright. Meaning, like, you know, snap in your face. See, that one needs to be done too. This is an okay one. I could see a version 2 coming out because version 1 honestly is not the best. Once you get it in there, as you can see, you know, hopefully by the time we get the other piece printed, it still works. See, it pops out over there, and that's understandable because it's just not going to make the magic happen consistently. But it's still cool. And ideally, honestly, I think if this was printed in PETG, you'll have a seamless experience. And then that, like literally, see how now it just needs to be corrected every now and again? And that's it. There's no way to fix that. Except to print it again. It's cool though. You know, you could make it a different experience moving forward by using a different material. As you can see, it's just going to do what it wants to do, which is fine. And this is a wrench, and this print is really strong, so it's not going to come apart anytime soon. But maybe the cap helps and does a little bit of, maybe the cap will impede that experience, but nah, I doubt it, because it's just popping out. It's amazing how it pops out, but it doesn't want to pop in. Either way, it's still cool. I could see Mike giving this to the kids and then giving it back to me an hour later, saying, "Dad, it broke." Yeah. I'll be like, "Don't worry, it's not you." Looks like there are grooves in here though. Grooves in there. Nah. Doesn't really do justice. But that is how you would fix it. Except it's not. Like, it lost its magic. Where I guess you could do like that. You just don't overdo it. Alright. I wonder if, and you can't glue it. Can we? No, because there are hinges there. So no gluing. See this one. But it wasn't easy to put in, you know? Well, the cap finished. It's not bad. We've had better. I might print it again. But you shouldn't have to do that anyway. And, you know, it just needs tweaking. Let's see. Hello? I thought I heard somebody at the door. And then we got a white cap. Interesting. Whoops, don't break your stuff. Watch your paints. Where are, oh, here's our cutter. Sweet. Leave that here. Alright. And then it's the end. Finito. Here's a little shape here. Goes on like a pentagon. Match it, match it. And yeah, it works alright. Oh. It still gets stuck. Whoops, watch your fingers, that does hurt. Maybe it's like that watermelon thing where you can put more rubber bands around it to get a more let's see. Take another rubber band. Oh wow, the smaller ones sometimes work better too. Oh yeah. I have these somewhere too. Can't remember where they are, but then you don't have to twist them around. Like, one should be enough. Oh yeah, definitely better. Nice. We have yellow here, white there. Looks kind of neat with the colors. I'm not yellow and the black. I'm not crazy about. I think maybe this one would be this color. That looks like a nicer blend slash match for that, but it does work occasionally. Just don't squeeze too hard so it doesn't get stuck and it doesn't start falling apart, but it is pretty cool. Have another one printed on standby, and that is pretty much it. Kind of neat, huh? We make these videos so you don't have to. Anyway, thank you, Swedish Forge. Nice seeing Ken. Nice seeing everyone else that stopped in today. Thank you, the Gigglets. for sending us the right paints, even though you don't need the right paints. But, you know, ideally, you're going to be doing a lot of this if you don't have the right paints, because it's just no fun. We'll see what happens when we get the right paints. Hopefully you just pour it right in and then you just spray. Hopefully that would be ideal in the perfect world, but time will tell. But thank you, Swedish Forge. We know what to do to get our prints to look like this anyway, which is what our main goal was. And we just learned something new along the way, which was different paints, which is cool too. Because ideally, honestly, I don't see myself having hundreds of these lying around when I want some red, some blue, some green. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I've never used it, so we don't know what it's going to be like. But I'm hoping it just pour right in. Anyway, that is it. Busy week, fun week, adventurous week, but we've got you covered. Next week, look out again. We'll catch you guys. We'll be finishing that drone right there, that build, flying more inside. Hopefully when that crashes, it does not break. Starting of the week, we'll be building something for the oscilloscope, which is really cool, and that should be interesting. And just, you know, more flying. Maybe more flying, I don't know, but we're pretty much grounded with all these TFRs that are happening weekly or even daily. But check the app. Don't trust the app. Don't trust the app. Don't trust the app. And for those of you who don't know, see that video on why we don't trust the apps. But they are fun. It's possible an API thing where, you know, if you don't update your app in the App Store by X amount of time, it won't sync and keep things in sync with continuity with the streamlining the process of a TFR. Whereas what you see with the FAA is what you see with the app. It doesn't work that way. So don't trust the app. It's a great way for, I guess, the FAA to have their own fundraiser. So if you want to be part of an FAA fundraiser, don't use the app. No, use the app, actually, to be part of that fundraiser. And I hope that this video helped you. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them down below. Or ideas for other videos. Remember to like and subscribe. And we'll see you all next time. That's it. It's finito. The show is over.
I know we're not the same. I'm so tired of playing games.